And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. And oh, baby, we got a game here today. Green Bay versus Philadelphia. It is a rematch of Week 1 in Brazil. When these two teams faced off, it was sloppy. Let's just get that out of the way. That was a sloppy game throughout. They were slipping, they were sliding, they were stumbling, they were bumbling. And unfortunately, Jordan Love got hurt at the end of that game. This was the first time we saw Malik Willis. It did not look good. Green Bay fans were losing their minds because we didn't know if Jordan Love was out for the season. Was he out for a couple weeks? Was he going to be back next week? And also, we don't know what we got with Malik Willis. Fast forward, throughout the entire regular season, Jordan Love was able to come back after just 2 weeks on injury. Malik Willis went 2-0, a perfect 2-0 against a couple AFC South teams there. And on top of that, the Packers were looking solid. They were able to run the ball. And now they have an opportunity. The first game of the playoff season for the Packers will be against the team that put them in an 0-1 hole early. This time it'll be in Philadelphia, and the Packers are not only looking for a little bit of revenge for this season, they are actually going to try to do what they did a season ago as the 7th seed, coming in to face off against the number 2 seed, a team that won the NFC East. Last year, it was the Cowboys in Dallas as the number 2 seed, and the Packers came into Jerry's World and absolutely spanked the 2nd-seeded Dallas Cowboys. And the Packers are going to try to do it for the 2nd consecutive year as the 7th seed, going up against another NFC East division foe. And man, I can't wait. Dalio, go Pack, go, let's go. But this team is very different. This Philadelphia team is not like Dallas. Dallas last year, that defense was looking good, but you could clearly tell that they were dealing with some injuries, especially at the linebacker position. And then on top of that, the Dallas offense, even though they looked good last year, you could see that they couldn't really run the ball effectively. Dak Prescott and his receivers were a little bit up and down. This Philly defense has been phenomenal since week 1, and they have looked strong throughout the season. This Philly offense, has had its ups and downs. A couple weeks ago, about a month ago, their receivers were basically calling out their quarterback, calling out the entire offense, saying, "Where's the ball? Why can't we get the ball?" But the big difference is Saquon Barkley went on a historic run. If he would have played last week, he might have been able to break Eric Dickerson's record. It would have been with an extra game, but regardless, to be able to go over 2,000 yards in just 16 games, that is an impressive feat no matter what era you are running the ball in. So, the Philadelphia Eagles have consistently been able to run the ball. They ran the ball very well against this Packers defense in week 1. Was it the turf? Was it just Saquon? Saquon has proven that he can basically run against almost any team in the NFL. But it's going to be up to this Packers defense to see if they can slow down one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the NFL. And also not only that, but Jalen Hurts, who has missed the last few games with an injury. He is now back. He is relatively healthy. We don't know how healthy, but he is going to be starting in this game. Is that going to be a boost to this offense? Is that going to be a boost to this entire Philly crowd? Or can the Packers defense make life miserable for Jalen Hurts on his return to the field? We are going to find out. So far, we've gotten 3 playoff games, and the closest game we have was the Ravens beating the Steelers 28-14. We've had some blowouts, but I feel like this game is going to be the one that changes it all. Can we get a close game, and can we get an upset for the Green Bay Packers? Let's hope we do. All right, so we're on a commercial break. The game has yet to start here, but man, I'm dude, the anticipation. The anticipation is ever since the Packers clinched the playoff berth, man. I have been waiting for this right here. Didn't matter what happened last week against the Bears. They won their little Super Bowl against us. The Packers are actually trying to win the actual Super Bowl here, and it's going to start today against Philly. They need 4 wins. 4 more wins to lift that Lombardi trophy, and I hope they can get their first one here tonight. Let's go. Oh, man, I didn't hear it. I'm going to have to look that up after the game there. But that's a little sad. I knew they were doing the Star Spangled Banner with the sax there, but did not get a chance to hear it. All right, looks like we are back from the commercial break here. So it looks like Philly did win the toss here. They're going to kick it off to Green Bay. So the Eagles will get the second half kickoff. And the kick is away. And we are off, baby. It's going to be a return here. Keyshawn catching it just about a yard into the end zone to the 25 and taken down back at the 28. And I think he just fumbled the ball. I think Philly just picked it up. All right, let's go. Get the defense out there. So it looks like initially Keyshawn was able to get the ball back. But basically through the in that pile, unfortunately, he looks like he might have lost it. We'll see. And that was Oren Burks with the hit, the former Green Bay Packer. I think it was a third-round pick for the Packers. Never did that in Green Bay. So there looks like there's a conversation here on who actually recovered that, which is good. I mean, looks like to me Keyshawn has possession of it and he's down. All right, here's the call. So, stands, and it's going to be a first down for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fumble on the opening kickoff. Oren Burks, the former Green Bay Packer, hitting Keyshawn. Helmet-to-helmet hit there. Not illegal. It was just what it was. And Keyshawn, unfortunately, fumbling the ball, and the Eagles will get it here at the 28 of Green Bay. Hurts in the pistol, two receivers to his left. And it's going to be a handoff to Saquon. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Breaks a tackle to the 20-15. And taken down finally at around the 13. Not a good start for Green Bay's special teams or their defense. Eagles are going to keep it. I disagree, but in most other circles, they seem to want Philly to win. So, yeah. I agree. First and 10, ball at the 12. Inverted I. Another handoff to Saquon. He's patient with the run and will pick up about a yard down to the 11. Edgerrin Cooper able to get there first and getting some help from Big 93. Taking them down. All right. Hurts in the shotgun. Three receivers on the right. Devontae Smith in motion to the left. Hurts looking, has all the time in the world. And touchdown, back of the end zone. Absolutely no pass rush from Green Bay. And that's a touchdown for Jahan Dotson, the former Washington Commander. An inauspicious start for the Packers. Green Bay, unfortunately, with a turnover here on the opening kickoff, and Philly takes advantage of it and makes it 7-0 early in the first. Yeah, it seems like Philly has definitely has its fans in the pundit circle for sure. And granted, I like their defense. Their defense has played really well for basically the majority of the season. I think Saquon is a great story. I think that's a big driving force of why people might be kind of loving the Philly offense right now. I think that people are rooting for Saquon. But man, it's a tough one. But hey, Green Bay was going to have to score more than just 7 points anyway to win this game. So I've also come to terms that you're better off advocating for removal of the Chiefs and their fans from the planet rather than admit you are a Chiefs fan. Oh boy. Like, actually, I don't mind Chiefs fans at all. Like, I've yet to experience a bad one. And like I said, I like the players that Casey has. I like Andy Reid. I think he's one of the most creative, or at least that offensive group is very, very creative in terms of the way that they get some wild, exotic looks. My biggest thing is I wish they would play more exciting football. I wish they would play and just play better. That's my big thing. That's the only reason. I think if the Chiefs were playing better offensive football, more attractive, I should say, football, then I think I would be like, all right, I don't want them to win because I want my team to win, but I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, as a person that's done a couple Chiefs games this year, or probably a handful of them, there's only been one, and that was the Ravens game that I watched. I don't think I actually streamed that one. That was on week 1. So yeah, I think that's the big thing for me. I just want the Chiefs to play more attractive football. Just like if it's not going to be my team winning, at least entertain me, please. So I am expecting, even if this kick is slightly in the end zone, I'm expecting Keyshawn to just kneel it, potentially. And Elliott to kick this one away again. And Keyshawn coming out strong to the 20. And he gets taken down at about the 23. So Green Bay gonna get the ball in deeper into their territory than they would think. There is a potential flag on the field. We will see what the call is. And it looks like it's going to be on the Packers here, holding, and it is ugly right now. Rich Bisaccia's special teams has only had 2 plays, and one of them was a fumble, and the other one has resulted in a below-average return along with a penalty. All right, man. It's only gonna. This is only gonna make it sweeter when the Packers win at the end of this game. That's all it is. That's all it is, baby. Because Jordan Love is healthy. We saw what this guy can do in the playoffs last year. Let's get it going. Tucker Kraft in motion to the left. Jordan in the shotgun, ball at the 13 after the penalty. Dobbs alone to the right. Play action. Love, plenty of time over the middle and is nearly picked off. Trying to get it to Jordan was like, oh, Jesus. Yeah, trying to get it to Wicks over the middle there. 2nd and 10. Jordan in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on the right. Handoff to Jacobs for a gain of just 2. It'll be 3rd and 8. All right, we got an empty set for the Packers. 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Tucker in the slot there on the left side. Takes the snap. He's got plenty of time. Nope, and he's going to run out of time, but he somehow finds space, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Packers. Unfortunately, that fumble on the opening kickoff setting the tone thus far. Hopefully, Daniel Whalen can give us a good punt here. He was really, really good for the first, I would say, 13 games. Over the last couple of weeks, his punts have been not as strong. This one, pretty solid. It's about as good as you can get right there. No return yardage by DeJean. All right, so Packers defense, their biggest weakness has been the inconsistency of the pass rush. They've been able to get some big sack numbers against the Seahawks, against the Tennessee Titans, but both of those offensive lines were never known for being the best. The inconsistency of the Packers to get pressure against some of the best teams in the NFL. Like you look at the Lions, you look at the Vikings, fortunately the Eagles as well. I think they sacked Hurts about 3 times in that opening game in week 1. But it's been a struggle for them. And when you're also dealing with some injuries in the secondary, Jai, unfortunately he is gone for the season. And then you're barely getting Evan Williams back. Javon Bullard has been injured the last couple of weeks as well. And it's just, you can only have your secondary cover for so long. Once you start getting into 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, man, it becomes nearly impossible to basically cover without getting a penalty. And that's definitely not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying the secondary, the front seven for the Packers need to find ways to get pressure, man. It's, you can't blitz against a team like this because they're always going to be able to have that running game, and Hurts is going to be able to get the ball out quickly. He's going to have outlets. All right, so we got 1st and 10, ball at the 35 after the good punt by Whalen. Receiver in motion. Handoff to Saquon, very patient, and picking up 3 yards on the carry. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, and throws it to the left, and that'll be caught by A.J. Brown for a 1st down. That's going to be a gain of nearly 10 yards. Quick snap, and Saquon dives forward down to the 50-yard line for a gain of 2. And they're giving him 1, so 2nd and 9, ball near midfield. Single receiver to the right. Hurts in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on that left side. Pressure, but able to find Calcaterra for a decent gain of about 4, maybe 5. Yep, got both feet in, drag that left toe. So we got 3rd and 5 coming up. Ball at the 47 of Green Bay. Three receivers on that right side. Saquon in motion to the right. Quick throw to Saquon, and Green Bay's defense coming up massive. Javon Bullard fighting his way through a block to bring down Saquon one-on-one for no gain. And this Packer defense showing its toughness and forcing Philly to punt this one away. Man's punt is away and into the end zone. Green Bay will get it at the 20. We got 9:13 left in the first. Packers going to get the ball back on offense. Trying to put up some points here. Trying to match the touchdown for the Eagles. My goodness. Ooh. And we're still on commercial break here, but it looks like we're coming back. All right, so I think the Packers definitely need to rely more on Jacobs at this point. We're going to see if they can even run the ball effectively. All right, Jordan in the shotgun. We got two receivers on that right side. Romeo Doubs alone to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to ball forward for a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. And unfortunately, we have Elton Jenkins on one knee. It looks like they're. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like he is going to be headed towards the sideline here. He got a helmet right to the shoulder, his right shoulder there, hanging very, very low. So arguably the best offensive lineman for the Packers is going to be on the sidelines for a bit here. So we got 2nd and 8. Shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on the right. Orbit motion by Jaden. Quick throw, and Romeo catching that one. Tight coverage, gain of about 6. Third and 2. Jordan again in the shotgun, single receiver to the left. Kraft split out wide to the right. Jordan looking, quick throw, and picking up some decent yardage is Tucker Kraft. First down for the Packers. Let's go. Get some momentum going. Again, Jordan in the shotgun. 2 receivers on the right. Kraft in motion to the left. Reed in motion. Hand off to Jacobs, and he's going to take that left side and get across the 40 down to the 42. Gain of 4. Second and 6. Tight end in motion to the right. Toss to the right side. Jacobs breaking the tackle and picking up about 3 yards on that second effort. Getting it down to the 45. All right, 3 receivers to the left. Jordan in the shotgun. 3rd and 3. Need to get it to the 48 for a first down. Pressure. Jordan running and taking a sack. Back at the 30. And that is Nolan Smith with a huge sack on Jordan Love. And unfortunately, the Packers are going to have to punt this one away. Zach Tom giving way too much on that right side. Went way wide. Allowed Smith to just swim. I mean, he didn't really have to make a move. Smith just literally just ran and cut it inside and then looped back out to bring down Jordan. DeJean catches it inside the 20 and is able to bring it out to the 30. Philly's going to get the ball at the 30-yard line with an opportunity to extend this lead. And right now, the Packers look like they just have been getting punched in the face, and they are still trying to recover any momentum from that fumble. All right, looks like we are going to be heading back into this game. But a positive note for the channel as of today, might have actually happened last night. We hit 80 subscribers, man. That is the most we have had in this channel. I think at one point we did have 79 after Tom Grassi rated us early in the season, and then we dropped down a little bit. But yeah, man, we have never had 80 subscribers at any point during this channel, man. So the road to 100 is getting closer and closer, man. Just 20 away. So thank you guys, to all the subscribers. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps out the channel immensely. But I appreciate you guys just watching, man. So thank you so much. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 30. Hurts in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on the right. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon to the left side. Great momentum. It's going to be a first down and more. Breaks another tackle and taken down finally at the 47 after a huge gain of 17 yards. First and 10, similar formation. And Hurts able to break a Rashawn Gary tackle attempt, and he is out across the 50, down inside the Packers 40 after a massive run. Oh, man. Getting Colin Kaepernick freaking flashbacks right now, man. And to use in the words of Lombardi, everybody's just grabbing out here, man. Rashawn Gary not going for the tackle, trying to just grab at Jalen Hurts, man. First and 10, ball at the 38. Receiver in motion to the left. Hurts in the shotgun. Another handoff. Saquon bouncing it to the left again and getting it down to about the 35, maybe the 34. And that was the rookie Evan Williams on the tackle. All right, Hurts in the shotgun. Two receivers split out on the right side. Play action, getting it out to the tight end on the left side and picking up about 4 yards. Setting up a third and a long 2. All right, Hurts in the shotgun, changing a few things here at the line. 3 receivers split out on the right side. Tight end tight to the formation on the left. Handoff. Gainwell picking up the first down and a little bit more down near the 25. Hurts in the pistol. Handoff to Gainwell. And he picks up about 2, getting it inside the 25. Packers doing a good job of rallying to the ball carrier on that one. All right, 2nd and 8. Fullback running back in the backfield. Hurts dropping back, throwing it, and picking up the first down inside the 15 is Devonta Smith down to about the 13-yard line. And Philly just driving the ball down the field here. Very soft coverage. And a quick throw and incomplete pressure was able to get to Hurts immediately. First time Hurts has not been able to complete a pass to his receivers. Now 6 of 7 for 39 and a touchdown. Second and 10, ball at the 14-yard line-ish. Hurts trying to scramble, rolling to his right, being pursued, and that'll be another incomplete pass. That sets up a 3rd and 10 for this Philly offense. Three receivers on the right. Hurts takes the snap in the shotgun, pressured over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. There we go, man. Jeff Hafley dialing up some great blitzes on those last three plays. Philly trying to set up a screen, and that did not work. Edger and Cooper able to get in the face of Jalen. Yeah, it looks like Philly's going to be forced to attempt a field goal here, and the kick is good. And with 19 seconds left in the first, the Eagles take a 2-possession lead over the Packers, 10-0. Green Bay, once again, starting out slow offensively, and they got to get something going here in the second. They got to score more than just 7, man. They can't go into the halftime, even if it's 7-10. They can't. They gotta put up points. They gotta put up at least double-digit points. Finally, a little action and pressure from Dahlia. That is true. I like what Hafley did on those. They blitzed on the first down. Second down, they played a little bit of coverage. Luckily, Jalen was not able to find a whole lot in the secondary. Pass rush was able to get there on the second kind of wave. And then, obviously, on that third down, they were trying to set up a screen to Saquon, I believe. And the pressure over the middle just forcing that one to get that ball out a lot quicker than they wanted. So now this Packers offense needs to reward this defense. And the kick is going to be caught at the 5. Keyshawn to the 20, 25, and getting spun down around the 30. All right, Jordan in the pistol here. Kraft in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to get the tough yardage. Gain of about 3, maybe 4. And that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Once again, Philly jumping out on top very quickly, forcing a turnover on the opening kickoff. And then a couple plays later, punching it into the end zone through the air, actually, with Jalen Hurts connecting with the former Washington Commander, Jahan Dotson. And ever since then, man, the Packers offense not being really able to get the ball down the field. And the Packers defense played a little bit better after that opening touchdown. Have been able to force a punt and a field goal. But now this offense, this Packers offense, needs to have a big second quarter. At least 10 points, if not 14. Not even to take the lead. Like I said, I think I said this on the previous game. Even if it's 14-24 or 14-21 or whatever, even if they're trailing, the Packers offense needs to score points because in the second half they have shown that they can put up 20 or more. But guess what? Scoring 24 points, 28 points in the second half, when you have scored nothing in the first, that's not how you win games. If you can get at least 10 and then you score the 20-plus points in the second half, once again, that's going to give you a better chance as long as your defense shows up. And so far, the Packers defense for the most of this season has been really good. They've been able to slow down the running games. They've been okay during the passing games at times. But, yeah, if the Packers don't score points in the first half, you look at their record, that's when they start getting those losses. I think they scored nothing against Detroit on the basically the first game. Obviously against the Vikings, scored very few points in the first half in both of those games, and then of course in both those games they lost by a combined 4 points. So once again, just gotta score points, man. Philly over 100 total offensive yards. Green Bay just 16. So we got 2nd and 7, 2 backs in the backfield, Jordan in the shotgun. And then Green Bay intercepted Darius Slay, former Detroit Lion, coming up with a massive, massive interception. Yeah, unfortunately, that ball, the coverage was great. Ball just slightly underthrown. Trying to get it to Dontavian Wicks on the go route, basically down the right sidelines. And it is not looking great for the Packers. 2 turnovers already in the first half, and we are just 1 play into the second quarter. Second and 10, ball at the 22 for this Philly offense. Saquon alone in the backfield. Hurts under center. And runs it down to the 25, gain of 3. And Darius Slay, he's had a penchant for intercepting quarterbacks in Green Bay. He picked off Rodgers more than a few times in his career. Blitz by the Packers, and Hurts breaking the pocket, going up the middle, getting the first down. There is a flag back in the backfield. I think it might be holding. No, it's actually going to be illegal motion by number 6. That is Devonta Smith. So that'll wipe away the first down run. Second and 12. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his left. Single receiver to the left as well. And pressured and going to get it out. 2, and he's intercepted. No way. Did they call that dead? Oh, I hit the ground. Okay. Oh, man, I got so excited. I got so excited on that one. Way too excited, probably. But unfortunately, the ball hit the ground and popped up. So we got a 3rd and 12 here. This is where I'm a little worried because if there's no pass rush, they're going to have time. There's going to be a lot of space. Looks like Green Bay's going to send a blitz. It's going to be a run by Saquon, and he picks up about 7 on the run. And fortunately for the Packers, Philly unable to do anything with the interception by Darius Slay, and it looks like they're going to punt this one away. So the Packers are okay. It looks like there is a flag, illegal shift. Sorry, false start on Philly, so that'll move it back 5 yards, and it'll be 4th and 10. Hopefully, the Packers can get a decent return on this next punt here. Caught it at around the 25. It's going to cut it inside to the 30, bounce it out to the outside, 40, and taken down around the 42 is Jaden Reed, and the Packers will have their best starting field position of the game. I'm not going to say it again, but you know what they need to do. All right, so commercial break here. Packers offense when we come back. Yeah, no, I mean it's the to me like I'm never gonna say that the defense wasn't put in a bad spot. They should. It's if they give up a touchdown, it's okay. It's not, but when it's the first play, you're expecting your offense to be out there, even at minimum 3 plays. You're kind of still talking about you're still trying to get kind of get into the game, trying to probably talk about a few things, and then bam, fumble, first play, all of a sudden it's not the offense that's going out there. Now you have to go out there. And then they hit you with a big run on the first play with Saquon. It's like, hey, woo, you got to get, granted, the team needs to be ready no matter what happens, but that's a tough spot to put your defense in instantly in the game. So first touchdown, I kind of leave a little bit of a mulligan. It's going to be a run by Jacobs to the left, and he'll get it across the 45 down to the 46. But, I mean, it's not like the Packers offense has not had opportunities. I mean, this is what their 3rd or 4th time getting the ball here, and they've come away with nothing. 2nd and 7. Quick throw to the right, Jaden Reed, and picking up the first down. And that's going to be a gain of 8 or 9. And Reed is a player that I wish we would have seen significantly more over the last 6 weeks. I'm not sure if it was a practice thing, a reps thing, or just trying to make sure that he's healthy for the playoffs. I don't know. But he's been not as big of a part of the offense as I was expecting, especially for the first half. He was amazing. 1st and 10, handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to break a tackle and get it in down around the 40 of Philadelphia. That might have been Jacobs' best run of the night. Gain of 5. All right, we got an empty set here. Jacobs coming back into the backfield. 2 receivers split out to the left. And another handoff. Jacobs finding a hole and picking up 4, making it 3rd and 1 at the 36. And Darius Slay on the sidelines here. Looks like he's might have injured his left arm there. He's hanging it pretty low on one knee. We got 3rd and 1. Philly, 5 guys on the line. And the initial surge does not get there, but the second effort by the Packers offense. And if they did not blow the play dead, they are inside the 30 down to the 28 with Tucker Kraft taking the snap under center here. Initially stopped, but then able to move just to the right. And Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, and another host of Packers able to just keep moving that pile. And that was a massive, massive pickup. 1st and 10 at the 28. Packers already in field goal range. Quick throw to the left, and Reed picking it up at the 25. And I think they're going to mark him at the 24. All right. 2nd and 6. Jordan in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to the right. Dontavian Wicks in motion to the right. Handoff, and Jacobs trying to reverse field and is going to lose about 6 yards on the run back at the 30. Oh, sweet Mary. So it'll be 3rd and 12 for the Packers here. Need to get it to the 18. Empty set for the Packers. 3 options to the right. Initially, Jordan tucks and runs and is going to take it. And he's going to be about half a yard short of the 1st down. Jordan thought he picked it up. I think he's about half a yard shy. If I'm the Packers, it's tempting. Because like against Minnesota, if they would have taken the field goal early on, they probably win that game. Who knows? I think it's a little bit closer than the initial spot here. Please don't just... And there we go. Direct snap to the tight end. Tucker Kraft picks it up, and that's a 1st down. I was going to say, like, don't do an end around. Don't do anything crazy. Just straight line up the middle. This is a very good offensive line by the Packers. I know Philly has a great defensive line, but come on. You're not going to be able to outrun this team, out scheme them. They're smart, they're fast, they're strong. You just got to meet their force with yours and see what happens. 1st and 10. Ball at the 17. Single back in the backfield. And nearly a touchdown. Great job by number 34, Rodgers, literally at the last second, getting his hands up there to bat that ball away. And it's going to be a penalty on Green Bay, so it wouldn't have counted, even if it was caught in the end zone by Dobbs. And I think that was on the rookie guard who was coming in for the injured Elton Jenkins. It's not really his fault. It's actually an option whether Jordan wants to hand it off or not. But if he decides to throw, he has to get it out quickly because that offensive lineman is moving down the field. So hand off to Jacobs. He is going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage down to about the 17. So 2nd and 10 coming up. And Darius Slay heading to the locker room. Very careful not to move that left arm too much as he's running. All right, empty set for the Packers. 3 receivers on that left side. Kraft in motion to the right. Reed in motion. Jordan getting it out to the tight end screen, and it gets read perfectly. And Kraft taken down back at the 20, loss of about 3. And that was Nakobe Dean, number 17, reading that one perfectly. Zach Tom unable to block him at all. Nakobe Dean is injured on the play. Looks like he needs help getting off the field. Dean, man, heck of a player. So far this season, 128 tackles, 3 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss. Obviously, probably 10 now with that one on Kraft. And, yeah, looks like he's able to put a little bit of pressure on that. I think it's his right knee that he's hurt, but still needing a lot of support to get off the field. Yeah, hopefully he's okay, man. But the fact that he's walking on it, probably a good sign. All right, so unfortunately for Green Bay, it's going to be 3rd and 13 coming up. $11 plays, 37 yards for the Packers. 7 minutes on this drive. We are closing in on 5 minutes in the second quarter. And Jordan rolling out, finding nobody. Trying to get it to Emmanuel Wilson on that left side. And the Packers are going to have to settle for a field goal here. All right, McManus in to attempt this one. This will be a 38-yarder, and it's no good. Wide right. So what can go wrong has gone wrong for the Packers in this first half. 2 turnovers. Really unable to really run the ball. Jacobs is just 10 for 25. Defense is holding up somewhat okay. And unfortunately, McManus misses his second kick of the season. And a 7+ minute drive for the Packers ends with no points. Mm. And I did forget to turn on the lights for the Philly touchdown. I was waiting for a Green Bay touchdown, but 5 minutes left. Damn. So let's turn on the lights. Maybe that's what we need. That's what we need, possibly. All right, we need a little green power. Some Green Bay power here going. And Nakobe Dean is being carted into the locker room. So, unfortunately, not looking great for him. So, hopefully, the dude can come back healthy, man. He's a great player. Packers in pursuit of Jalen Hurts, rolling out to his right, and he's going to slide after a loss of about 3 on the play. So great play by the Packers defense, great coverage. Hurts never found anybody, even though he was able to buy some extra time, rolling out to his right. And also great pursuit by the Packers. Second and 13, ball at the 25. Pressure up the middle. Hurts rolling out to his left, trying to direct traffic, and incomplete. We got 3rd and 13 coming up. The Packers defense doing its job right now. They need one more stop. There is a flag, and it looks like it's going to be on Philly holding. And the penalty is declined. So 3rd and 13 coming up. Quick snap. Hurts running it, and he's going to be about 4 or 3 yards shy. And it'll be 4th and 4. Some good news for the Eagles. Darius Slay looks like he is coming back into the game, swinging that arm relatively easily, so it might have taken, he's got a sleeve on it now. And man, punting this one away. And Sidney Brown making contact with Jaden Reed there. I'm surprised that there was no flag there because he was out of bounds. I don't know if they pushed him out of bounds. This is the only thing I can think of. All right, but the Packers offense will get another opportunity here with a little over 4 minutes before the first half ends. All right, we are back from commercial break here. Let's go, man. One more drive. Get a touchdown, baby. Get a touchdown and make this a 3-point game. Man, let's get a go, Pack, go in the chat. Let's go. Come on. Got this. So 1st and 10, ball at the 28 here. Single receiver to the right. Jordan looking, dumping it underneath to Jacobs. Once again, cannot get a single block from his tight end, and that's going to be no gain on the play. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be holding on Green Bay. So that'll cost him 10 yards here. So move it back inside the 20. 1st and 20. Jordan in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked up on the right. Pressure, quick throw, getting it out to Reed, who breaks a tackle, breaks another, keeps it going. He's to the 30, 35, and gets the first down. Yardage, gain of 20 for Jaden Reed, and that's what we needed right there, baby. Let's go. Get it to him. Give it to Jaden Reed. The man makes plays. Broke 3. You can consider the first one 2 broken tackles because there was 2 defenders there that had a chance at him. Bauman and Burks. There you go. Owen Burks missing tackles. He did a lot of that in Green Bay. Sorry, that was an unnecessary shot, but I'm aggressive right now. 3 receivers on the right side, handoff to Jacobs, and he gets it for a nice gain of about 5, maybe 6. Oh, there's a flag on the field, and it's probably going to be on the Packers. And that's on the rookie out of Duke, I believe, Glover. That's his second holding penalty on this drive. And Glover is now on the sidelines, and they're putting somebody else in. 1st and 20 back at the 28, so basically where they started. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here. When we come back, it'll be 1st and 20 for the Packers at the 20-yard line. And Dahlia, there you go. Go, Pack, go. Let's go. All right, we are back. Jordan alone in the backfield. 4 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Quick throw to Tucker Kraft. He's got a blocker, and he's going to pick up about, it's either going to be an 8-yard gain or a 12-yard gain. I can't remember, and it's going to be 12 yards. Basically, it'll be 2nd and about 9, 2nd and about 8. So right now, the Travis Glover, the tackle, he has been replaced by undrafted player Kadeem Telford. It's going to be a quick throw, and that is Brooks fighting his way for a nice gain of about 5. And it'll be about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 coming up here. Sorry, 3rd and 3. My goodness. Packers, 90 seconds on the clock. 3 receivers on the right. Jordan in the shotgun. Packers taking their time. They're at the 45 here, so if they don't pick up the first down, they don't want to give Philly a lot of time. Quick throw. pick up by Romeo Doubs down at about the 48. Green Bay has all 3 timeouts. The clock is over 1 minute, but it's going to be under it here. 60 seconds, 59, 58. Two receivers to the left. Jordan in the shotgun, taking their time. Clock under 50 seconds. Pressured, and he's going to throw it away. It's going to be incomplete. Hit the ground. And that was Bauman. Sorry, not Bauman. Bond. That was Bond, the former Wisconsin Badger, coming in. Second and 10. Jordan takes the snap. He's got some time throwing it. And he's intercepted. He did not see him. There is no way he threw that ball without seeing Bond. Jordan Love intercepted for the second time. There's no way he makes that throw. I don't think he saw him. No, yeah. All right, Philly will get the ball to start here at the 45 of Green Bay, 1st and 10. Saquon with a run. He's going to pick up some decent yardage inside the 40 down to about the 39. Philly has all their timeouts here. 30 seconds, they'll use their first. So the Packers, 3 turnovers in the first half, no points, missed field goal, fumble on special teams as well. Defense has really been the only thing that's kind of keeping them in this game, and who knows how long they're going to be able to hold up. Hopefully it's the entire game. Jalen Hurts moving it, and incomplete. Evan Williams with great coverage. And that'll be 3rd and 4, working on the... Oh. I think the Packers got away with one there. I'm not going to lie. That was... That might have been a little early. I think the reason that they didn't call it was because Williams technically did have an opportunity at the ball. So, Rashawn Gary pressure, and that is going to be incomplete, and the Packers defense holds up again, and Philly, we'll see if they'll go for it here. I mean, it's 4th and 4, but this will be a very, very long field goal. It's not going to really be makeable. This will be a 57-yarder in these conditions. I think Philly is just okay with going for it here. 4th and 4, I think they trust their defense. And that's going to be a false start on the Eagles. And that is it. 4th and 9. They're going to punt this one away. So 22 seconds left. The Packers defense comes up big. And fair caught at the 11. 14 seconds left. I think if you're the Packers, just take a knee and get out of here. And that's what they do. All right. Apparently I didn't ever even... What's going on here? That is weird. Huh. Wow, that is really, really weird. Okay. So apparently the 2 never went through here on the quarter, even though it was on my screen. Huh. Okay. All right, well, we're at halftime here in this game, and it has been an ugly, ugly, ugly game for the Packers. 3 turnovers, no points. Brandon McManus missing only his second field goal, basically a chip shot field goal here. And, man, it just, Jordan Love, 2 interceptions. The first one, you can just kind of chalk it up. Hey, trying to make a play. Ball was too far inside. But that second one, man, that was backbreaking. The injury to Elton Jenkins is kind of playing a part. You can see the Packers not being really able to run the ball effectively, especially on that left side. The pulling guards are not really helping when they go to the right. And the pass protection has been, I think, okay for the most part. But you can tell Jordan has been having to move a little bit more than what he would like. But yeah, man, just a disappointing first half for the Packers. Once again, no points. I mean, even if you just kick field goals on half of your possessions, you're either down by 1 or you're leading potentially. So the only good news is the Packers defense has been playing very well outside of giving up a touchdown on that opening drive when they were kind of caught off kilter when Keyshawn fumbled it on the opening kickoff. They've held the Philadelphia Eagles to just a field goal the rest of the way. So that gives the Packers offense an opportunity to get back into this game with just a single score as long as Philly does not score to open up the second half here. All right, so let's look at some of the the first half statistics. It has not been pretty for either team. Let's just say that right now. Even though Philly does have a touchdown, they did not have to go far for that one. So let's look at it. Jordan Love, 9 for 15, 70 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and was sacked 1 time for a 14-yard loss. Jalen Hurts, 6 for 13, 39 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 0 picks, has been sacked once for a 3-yard loss. And the only guy that I can say has impressive numbers is Saquon. 9 carries, 58 yards, averaging nearly 6.5 yards a carry. They haven't really given him the ball a whole lot. Hurts 2 for 23 on the ground. Jacobs just 10 for 25. Jordan 2 for 10, and Kraft 2 for 10. Both of Kraft's runs were for just basically tight end sneaks. One of them went for 8 yards. Jaden Reed 3 for 33. Tucker Kraft 3 for 19, and Romeo Doubs 2 for 13. Brooks, the running back, number 30, 1 for 5, and that is it. Dontavian Wicks has been targeted 3 times and has not been able to come away with a catch. Sorry, I was just looking at the highlights here on the screen. But anyway, for Philly, just 1 catches all around. Jahan Dotson, 1 for 11 on that touchdown. A.J. Brown, 1 for 10. Devonta Smith, 1 for 10. And Calcaterra, 1 for 4. Dallas Goedert, 1 for 4. So, once again, has not been an impressive game for either offense. Defensively, a lot better stats. We got the 1 sack for each team. Philly, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 interceptions, 2 batted passes. And the Packers have been able to get their hands on 1 pass to bat it down. And obviously the fumble by Oren Burks on Keyshawn Nixon to start the game. But yeah, man. So what do these teams need to do to either, what have they've done well? Philly is running the ball fairly well when they do. That's the one thing. Otherwise, their passing game has not been there. So what does Philly need to do to basically put this game away? Just actually put up points. Even if it's field goals, if you can score, if you get the ball 5 times or 6 times in the second half and you can score field goals on at least 4 or 5 of those, you likely win the game potentially. As long as your defense continues to play like they have. Continue to run the ball. That's what they need to do. They need to get back to running the ball. I don't know why they're throwing it. It hasn't been working. I get it. You want to feed these receivers. They're talented. They're fast. They can make plays. But the reason you won 14 games was because Saquon. Because of this offensive line. Hurts, yeah, we've seen it. He can put up big numbers on the ground through the air. We've seen A.J. Brown. We've seen Devonta Smith put up massive points. But your bread and butter and the way that you're probably going to win the Super Bowl is through Saquon. Simple as that. Get him the ball, stop messing around, and just put this game away. If you're on the Packers side, first off, stop turning the ball over. Simple as that. Stop turning the ball over. That's the first thing. It doesn't matter if you're scoring. It doesn't matter if you score 3 touchdowns in the second half or in the third quarter. If you continue to turn the ball over, it's not going to matter, man. You got to take opportunities. You got to take advantage of the opportunities that you're given and make sure that you are not turning the ball over. Simple as that. So get the running game going or find a way to get the ball into your receivers. Just somehow, man, get it into their hands and just make plays. Simple as that. There's nothing that I can say schematically that's going to be like, oh yeah, they just got to do this or that. Vic Fangio, he wants you to drive the ball down the field little by little. He wants you to be methodical. And the Packers are capable of doing that, but the reason they're able to do that, or when they do that, it's when they run the ball. And they haven't been able to do that in this game. They have 14 carries for 45 yards. They're averaging just over 3 yards per carry. That's not good enough. You got to average 4 or 5 yards if you want this Philly defense to be able to respect you, and then things will open up in the secondary just a little bit. Just a little bit. Jordan Love, he's got to be better, man. His eyes, they're reading his eyes all the way. Like I said, that one down the field, that one you can kind of live with. It's not great. You never want to have turnovers, but the ball was just thrown too far inside. And on top of that, Wicks just didn't. Basically, he didn't come back for the ball. If he came back for the ball and was aggressive with it, I think there would have been a penalty because Slade did not turn. He almost did. I guarantee you, he did not see that ball. He barely turned his head, but he just read where Wicks was hoping to catch it, and he just put his hands up. That's a veteran move, because the worst that's going to happen is you're going to get your hands on it, and it's going to be incomplete. So Wicks needs to be more aggressive. These receivers need to be more aggressive at the same time as well. They need to help Jordan get going. This offensive line, I think, has been okay with what they're dealing with, but they got to run the ball, man. Simple as that. This Packer team, if they want to win this game and if they want to win a Super Bowl, they're going to need to run the ball. They're playing Love Hurts right now. Most accurate song at the at the moment. Yeah. Absolutely. Love Hurts. But yeah. Trying to think here. Packers defense, I think they're playing fine. It would be massive if they can get a turnover, but once again, it won't matter if the Packers offense can't get the ball down the field. So Packers offensively need to show up. Simple as that. You can't win games by scoring nothing in a half. So yeah, I think the Packers defense has done what it can, and hopefully they can continue to play like this throughout the game because I think they're going to need it. Packers offense needs to show up in the second half. Big. I guarantee you, they're going to need to score more than just 24 points to win this game. I think Philly is going to figure something out. They're going to rely on Saquon, and they're going to put at least 14 points in the second half, at least. So Green Bay's offense needs to be big. They need to be ready to start the third quarter when they get the opportunity. So, yeah. So either a turnover or a big special teams play. That's what they're going to need as well. So, all right, guys. I'm going to take a quick second here. I'll be right back. So stay tuned. Hopefully we get a great second half by the Packers. And the kick is away to start the second half. And Philly able to return it down to about the 25, maybe the 26 there. All right, so the 3 showed up this time. All right, good. My goodness. All right, we got 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts in the pistol, 2 receivers to the left. Hand off to Saquon, and he picks up about 5 on the play. Second and 6. Hurts under center. Saquon alone in the backfield. Tight end in motion. It's going to be a run up the middle and a first down run for the Packers. Gain of 6, maybe 7 there. Sorry. First down run by the Eagles. Got a little excited there. That's what I'm hoping for. That was... a man can dream, okay? So, first down run by Saquon there. Hurts under center. Tight end in motion. Very similar formation. Saquon with an incredible spin move, but it will be for not losing 2, almost 3 yards on the carry. Empty set for the Eagles here. 3 receivers on the right. Has all day to throw, and he's going to get sacked by Rashawn Gary. And the defense continues to hold on, and it's giving the Packers offense an opportunity to make a statement on this next drive here. Third and 19. Hand off to Saquon, and he'll be lucky if they give him a yard on that one. He might have picked up half a yard. That was the big man, Carl Brooks, 94, with a nice one-on-one tackle with one of the best running backs in the league. Punt is away. It's a great one. Reed having to catch it around the 11. Breaks a tackle, but it's going to be taken down at about the 16. Yeah, the punt coverage has just been awful. It's not been great for almost the entire season. I don't think we've come close to really breaking a punt all season long. Have we broke off a punt? I don't think we have. Yeah, the longest punt return for the Packers this season was Keyshawn for 39 yards. Otherwise, Jaden Reed is long. His long is 16. Yeah, Jaden Reed is averaging. This is not including playoffs, I believe. Just a little under 8 yards per punt return. So not great. Not explosive. Rich Bisaccia, highest paid offensive special teams coach. Yeah, it is not not been great, unfortunately. All right, we got 11:33 here in the third. We're going to see what the Packers offense can do. Jordan under center. Single receiver to the left. Jacobs in the backfield alone. Toss to the right. There we go. Getting a decent gain of about 7 on that one. We got 2 high safety. Another toss. This one, Jacob cuts it and picks up about a yard on the play. All right, we got 3rd and 2, ball at the 24. They need to get it to the 26 for a first down. 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Jordan looking, has time. Underneath to Jacobs. Breaks a tackle at the 30, getting it down to the 35, and a first down for the Packers offense. There you go, man. Getting Josh Jacobs going here. Quick throw to the outside. Kraft staying on his feet. Gain of 5, getting it to the 30. Sorry, actually at the 40-yard line, it looks like. And officially marked off at the 39. All right. So even Jim Nantz and me can't get it right. And it's going to be a run by Emmanuel Wilson, and I think they're going to give him maybe a yard. So 3rd and 5 coming up. And that was the safety there, Blankenship, getting in there first and then just driving Wilson down to the ground. Jordan bringing this clock all the way down. Pressure, throwing it deep down the right and gets it to Wicks, who catches it at the 30, lands on top of Blankenship. And that's a huge play by this Packers offense. Jordan Love with pressure in his face, trusting his guy to just make a play. And that's going to be 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 30-yard line. We got 1st and 10, two backs on each side. Sorry, a back on each side of Jordan. And it's going to be a run by Jacobs. A very hard running gain of about 6, maybe 7, by the former Las Vegas Raider. All right, we got 2nd and 3. Wicks in motion to the left. Jordan looking. He's got time, rolling out to his left. Throwing it down the field, and it's incomplete. Throwing it into double coverage. Trying to get it to Romeo Doubs. And Romeo is very slow to get up and actually not getting up at all. And it wouldn't matter that there was a holding on the Packers. Dobbs is still face down. Yeah, it looks like Romeo just when he fell, he basically bounced his head off the turf. And he does have the Guardian hat. He's had that since he came back from his concussion, where I think he missed about 3 weeks. So, unfortunately, the holding penalty just added insult to injury there. So Romeo still on the ground. They finally sat him up. And unfortunately, the holding penalty on Telford, who is in to replace the rookie Glover, who was in to replace Elton Jenkins. So both of those guys combined have recorded 3 holding penalties that have cost the Packers 30 yards. We're on another commercial break here as they continue to tend to Romeo Dobbs. Yeah, hopefully Romeo is okay, man. Just a great player, man. Great player. Clearly loved by his teammates. Like even when all that stuff was going on a couple months ago, that strange situation. None of his teammates ever kind of wavered in their support to show and kind of even outwardly say, "No, we love Romeo." Like we know what he brings to this team. We know the kind of person he is. You know. So it's been a trying season for a lot of the older uh, the older receivers. I laugh because saying that Romeo and Watson. I don't even think any of them are 27 or even 26 potentially. And those guys have been entering. This is their third season, about to enter their fourth, and it's just been a struggle for these guys, man. Whether it's dealing with personal problems, injuries. Romeo was dealing with an injury, I think, during the off season, but was able to get back in time for the regular season, preseason, everything. Then the personal stuff cost him a game. And then on top of that, the concussions, and now whatever this is, he's being helped off the field. And then obviously the unfortunate injury to Watson just last week. So 2nd and 13 here, ball at the 34, empty set for the Packers, and Jordan's pass is batted right at the line. So 3rd and 13 coming up. Quick snap. Jordan looking, throwing it deep down the left sideline and incomplete. And I think there's going to be a flag on the Eagles. Pass interference and an automatic first down. Packers catching a little bit of a break here. And that was the rookie Kunan Mitchell working on Dontavian Wicks. Definitely a lot of acting by Wicks on that one. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Packers here. They still got to earn that touchdown, man. Going to be a ball at the 9. Jordan under center. Jacobs in the backfield. Handoff. Bouncing it back inside and taken down, but he fumbles the ball. And Tucker Kraft able to fall back on it. Is that actually a fumble, or did he... No, that's not going to be a fumble. So the good news is it doesn't look like it's going to be a fumble. And they're going to give him some positive yardage, gain of 1. So 2nd and goal at the 8. Jordan with a quick throw and... incomplete pass. Could have been a lot worse. That play looked rough from the beginning. Malik Heath never really got his footing. He almost slipped getting out of his his stance, and just from the beginning, that play was just in trouble. So we got 3rd and goal here. Packers, man, they gotta get something. Just don't throw a pick, please. Over there and incomplete. Trying to get it to Bo Mellon. Back of the end zone. And the Packers are going to have to settle for a field goal on their best drive of the game. Yeah, Jordan's got to throw a better ball than that, man. Bo, he ran a perfect route. If Jordan just puts it right on him, it's a touchdown. Fortunately, Jordan has not been sharp today. And the kick is up, and it is good, and the Packers are on the board for the first time. 5:53 in the 3rd. But the Packers are within a possession of tying this game. All right, man. Let's go. Packers defense continues to make plays. Let's keep it going. Get the ball back for this offense. Starting to get kind of something going here. Unfortunately, it looks like Romeo, from the looks of it, may not be back into this game. I mean, he was being helped all the way into the locker room. So, whatever it is with Romeo, man, hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's healthy, whether it's coming back next week or just coming back at full health, regardless of what it is as a player. So. And once again, on a positive note, we on the channel we just hit 80 subscribers. That's huge, massive for the channel, man. That is the most we've had. Even after the Grossi raid, we never hit 80. So thank you to you guys for getting this channel there. And the road to 100 subscribers continues, man. We are 20 away. So if you're watching, if you know somebody that wants to watch this stuff, man, let them know. Subscribe, and we're going to keep it going, man. We're going to keep it going regardless of the game. We're going to be doing as many as we can this year, next year. We're going to keep it going, man. All right, we got 5:46 here in the 3rd. Packers about to kick this one off for Philly. Philadelphia has not had the ball for quite a bit here. Jalen Hurts just 16 for 13, 39 yards. And Philly going to be able to return this one all the way down to the 33. So a decent return. Rocking like a hurricane. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. We got 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Saquon on the left side, and a great tackle by Edgerrin Cooper, keeping Saquon from busting that one loose because he had blockers all the way down the field. That one at least stopped what would have been a first down run by the Eagles. So 2nd and 6, great job, one-on-one by the rookie linebacker. We got 3 receivers bunched up on the left side. Hurts in the shotgun. Another handoff. Saquon fighting and being taken down by a group of Packers there, led by Quay Walker, who got there first. And that's going to be a gain of about 2, maybe 3. And play action. Hurts rolling out to his left. Finds a wide open Devonta Smith with the biggest run and catch of the game for the Eagles, man. Big chunk yardage there. Crossing route from the right to the left. Packers finally just blowing a coverage there. And that was 28 yards through the air. 1st and 10. 4 receiver set. Hurts in the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. Smith picking up about 9 on the catch and run. They might be giving him only 8. We'll see. Again, 4 receiver set, tight end in the slot to the left. Hurts changing things at the line. He's in the shotgun. Packers in a tough situation here. Ball inside the 25. Quick throw. And the tight end, Goddard breaking a tackle and in the end zone. And Carrington Valentine unable to get anything on that tackle. Just being stiff-armed for about 15 yards. And just like that, the Eagles have extended this lead to 13, and barring the extra point, could be 14. An absolutely ugly defensive drive there, and the extra point is missed by Jake Elliott. Regardless, now it is a 13-point lead for the Eagles, the largest of the game. And the Packers offense has work to do still. We got 3:20 left in the third. Plenty of time for the Packers offense to get something going. And I think they are their chances of getting this game close again are very slim to none. They don't really have a whole lot of room for error. Yeah, you're right. It's weird, man. It is kind of weird. Carrington Valentine usually a pretty solid tackler, not a great tackler. He's by no means the number one guy that you want, one-on-one. But that was that was just a faux, big mistake there, trying to go high on a guy that probably outweighs you by about 40 pounds, maybe. Valentine is by no means a small guy. I think he weighs probably around 210, probably 215 at the most. But Goddard he's a big boy. He probably weighs at least 240, 250. And, the Packers defense just got caught trying to put a lot of pressure. There was very few guys on the outside, and the Eagles just played it perfectly. They got the ball out quickly to a playmaker. That's how you combat the pressure, man. You either get it out quickly to your receivers or you try to get something behind that pass rush. But maybe it's flag. I think he was trying to grab for the flags. Trying to grab his flag. And Keyshawn trying to return this one, and it's only going to be to the 22. All right, we got 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and Jordan takes the snap. Empty set, getting it to his running back, who is taken down out across the 35, down to about the 37. First down for the Packers. Jordan under center. Jacobs in the backfield alone. Single receiver to the left. Handoff. Jacobs bouncing it to the outside. Trying to get some blockers. And he's going to be taken down at the 40. A decent gain there for one of the best running backs in the NFL here. Matt LaFleur pacing the sidelines, just trying to find some answers. It's definitely been, has not been his best play calling day. Nice throw across the field to Jaden Reed. And now, unfortunately, he is down on the ground holding his right arm. It was a great catch down at around the 46, 47 probably, and arguably the best receiver that we have still available is now down on the ground. Elton Jenkins, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed still in a lot of pain as he's being walked to the sidelines with the trainer holding that right arm. All right, we got 1st and 10. Jordan. Ball at the 45. Hands off to Jacobs, and he's going to be picking up about 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. All right, we got 3 receivers on the left side. Kraft in motion. Play action. Jordan stepping up. He had room to run, but tried to get it out to Emmanuel Wilson on the left side. Incomplete pass. We got 3rd and 7 coming up. Again, I would have to look at the all-22. I don't know if he had enough room to make a legitimate run. But to me, it looks like he had at least 2 or 3, 4 yards in front of him. All right, ball at the 42. Kraft, 3 receivers bunched up on the right side, single receiver to the left. Jordan takes the snap. Quick throw in a tight window. Dontavian Wicks holding on after taking a hit, and a gain of 10. Ball at the 32. There was about 3 defenders within like 3 yards of when Wicks made that play, made that catch. So a hell of a throw by Jordan and a heck of a job by Wicks, not being afraid to take a hit and just holding on to that one. 1st and 10, ball at the 32. Kraft in motion. Quick throw, and Wicks dropping that one. At first I thought he was hurt because he was kind of like languishing on the ground, but I think he's just more mad that he didn't catch it. Actually, no, he might be a little hurt. He's kind of wincing. So we got 2nd and 10. Play clock at 1. Takes the snap. Run by Jacobs. 1st down, 20-15. Keep it going. 10-5. Keep it going. Down inside the 1 is Josh Jacobs, and they're saying he got a touchdown. Touchdown, Green Bay. I don't know if it's going to hold, but I'm going to say it because I want to. And dang it, they're already showing the replay, and he didn't get it. Dang it. No, absolutely. Yeah, that throw by Jordan to Wicks, man, that was a little risky. A little risky there. But regardless, a heck of a run by Jacobs getting it. I mean, he ran through like 4 defenders and got it inside or at the 1. Packers, 1st and goal at the 1. Simple as that. They got to punch it in. They don't got time to mess around. And that'll be the final play, I believe, of the 3rd quarter. All right, heading into the 4th, it is 3-16. Eagles on top, but the Packers within a yard or 2 of punching it in for their first touchdown of the game. That was a 31-yard run by Jacobs. Now he has 17 for 80 yards, surpassing what Saquon has, 15 for 74 for Saquon. And the ball is going to be inside the 1. QB sneak, come on. Get the tight end in motion, get it right behind him. Jacobs trying to punch it in. He does on the second attempt. Come on. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, and the Packers are on the board with a touchdown for the first time tonight. First play in the fourth. That's what they needed. That's what they needed more than anything. Just get a touchdown. Get the momentum. Please make this field goal, and it's right down the middle. And the Packers are within 6. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on. Packers defense needs to show up. All right. You let one get through the last one. It's all right. All right. Allow one touchdown per half. Your offense should win. You should be able to win by that. Just gotta come up and make a play. Get a turnover. Something. Jacobs, man, showing up big. And it's not looking great. Jaden Reed does not have his helmet on, has a towel over his head, and he's heading into the locker room with a trainer. And it'll be downed in the end zone, and Philly's going to get the ball at the 30. So Christian Watson out for the season. Jaden Reed questionable return with a shoulder, and Romeo Doubs being evaluated for a concussion. So the Packers' top 3 receivers are not in this game. So it'll be Bo Melton, Malik Heath, and the tight ends, basically. 1st and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. And it'll be a catch by Dallas Goedert. 1st down, gain of 11. And the Eagles are starting to pick up some massive yardage on these crossing routes. That one, I think, was more of like a sluggo route just underneath. Goddard barely able to get that one. He was able to catch it with one hand. Hurts in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. And Hurts keeping the ball, and will pick up about 5 on the run. Three receivers bunched up on the left. Hurts hands it off to Saquon, and he's going to be good for about a 1st down there. Just barely got it. I think you can feel the urgency for both of these teams. Because right now the momentum is like it's going to go either way. Right now Green Bay has a little bit of it, obviously, scored a touchdown, got it to within 6. But Philly is very much capable of taking that momentum right back with a touchdown drive here. This is going to be, this drive specifically is going to be very important. If the Packers can get a stop, there's a good chance the Packers offense can get something, possibly take the lead. So we got a 3rd and, half a yard at this point. We got the Philly shove coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised even if they don't get this, that they do it again on 4th and over the top. Incomplete. They try to get the Packers defense to sell, and they played it perfectly, man. Great job. Not the best throw by Hurts. But great job by the Packers, especially Xavier McKinney, Keyshawn Nixon, able to get back there in time as well. So, Philly, this time, I would be very surprised if they don't go for the shove, and they got it. Got it down to the 48. So we got 1st and 10. 2 receivers split out to the left. Hand off to Saquon on the left side. And he's going to be taken down after a gain of 3. That was a great job by McDuffie, able to slow him down. And then the big man, number 93, coming in there. So we got 2nd and 7. 2 receivers on each side. Quick throw to Saquon, and not a whole lot to run, but he makes the most of it. Gain of 4, and it'll be 3rd and about 3. There is going to be a flag on the play. I think it was late, so I think it's going to be on Green Bay. Personal foul. And that's going to be on Keyshawn. Unnecessary roughness. Just a dumb decision by Keyshawn, man. They were like 3 or 4 yards out of bounds. Like, what are you doing, man? Come on. And to me, is the penalty worth it? No. That's not a shove. He didn't shove his face. He didn't, rip him down. To me, that was a soft penalty, but you can't put yourself in that position. And it's a big run by Saquon, getting it down to the 20, gain of about 6. It looks like Saquon coming up a little slow. Looks like he's favoring that left arm. All right, we got 2nd and 4. Philly just eating away at the clock here, but just driving down the field as well, methodically. Handoff to Gainwell, who cuts it to the outside. It's a 1st down, and the Philadelphia Eagles continue to get down the field here, man. Packers defensive end or the linebacker crashing down way too early, losing contain. Gainwell able to bounce it out to the right. Shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. It's going to be a keeper by Hurts, who tries to bounce it out and loses about a yard on what initially looked like a 2 or 3 yard gain. Will be just about maybe 2 or 1. And it's going to be a holding penalty, it looks like, against the Eagles, so that'll cost him 10. Clock is running under 10:30. We got 1st and 20. Ball back at the 24. 2 receivers on each side. Tight end in the slot to the right. Hurts takes the snap. Looking, has time, has a lot of space, and it's going to get it to Smith inside the 20 down to about the 17. Maybe they're giving him all the way to the 16, huh? Okay. So we got 2nd and 12. Hurts, plenty of time. It's going to be a holding penalty, I believe. And Hurts taken down after a gain of just 3 by Edgerrin Cooper. But the holding penalty going to bring this one back. Rashawn Gary just working on Lane Johnson. You can tell, man, Rashawn has been wearing Lane Johnson down. Just bull rush after bull rush after bull rush, man. And Philly going to have to use a timeout here as the play clock was expiring. Stops the clock at 9:03 in the game. In a big, 2nd and 22 coming up for Philly. And Saquon on the sidelines here, 2nd and 22 coming up for Philly. Ball back at the 24 again. And we got a receiver in motion to the right. Hurts takes the snap. Pressure, gets it out to his tight end, and he will be down at the 17-yard line. Gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 15 coming up. Surprisingly, no roughing the passer call on Hurts being taken down after the play. After the throw, I should say. Packers showing pressure, and Hurts takes it, breaks the tackle, but Xavier McKinney taking Hurts down well short of the first down, and it'll be fourth down. McKinney nearly stripping that ball out. All right, there's a big field goal attempt here. If they make it, it's a two-possession game again. If they miss it, Packers can get something going here. But unfortunately, Philly makes it, and it's a 9-point game. .33 on the clock. Hopefully, Jacobs has a few more big runs under his belt, man. Because, just like you said, Dahlia, if he's hungry, feed him. Feed him. Let's go. Can he bust a big one? Sorry, let me rephrase that. Can he make a big run? My goodness, it is a family show, guys. Sorry. All right, we are back from commercial break. Elliott about to kick this one off to the Packers. Once again, Green Bay just needs to keep going. Put the pressure on this Philly offense to continue to play well. Line drive kick, and it's going to go out the back of the end zone. Green Bay will get it at the 30. All right, we got 1st and 10. Apparently, A.J. Brown is reading books on the sidelines. All right. Jordan, play action, looking, going to dump it underneath to Jacobs. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more gain of 14. by Josh Jacobs, and he is slow to get up, but he pops right back up right away. First and 10, a ball at the 34. Handoff to Emmanuel Wilson, and he falls forward for a gain of 4. Looks like Jacobs is trying to loosen up his ankle there. I think somebody landed on him. Might have been DeJean, but he's on the sidelines. I meant Jacobs is on the sidelines. Second and 6, ball at the 38. Quick throw to the outside, and it's going to be a nice gain of 3 or 4 there. Gain of 3. So 3rd and 3 for the Packers here. I mean, you're under 6 minutes. Likely you need 2 possessions. So likely going to be 4th down territory for the rest of the game for this Packers offense. Jordan changing things at the line. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff, and it goes absolutely nowhere. All right, 4th and 3, likely could be the game here. 3 receivers to the left. Jordan looking, throwing, catching. Oh, man. Oh, no. Did he step out of bounds? He stepped out of bounds. Turnover on downs. It was not a great throw by Jordan. That was high. Way too high. All right, so let's go defense. Come on, Xavier McKinney, let's get your 9th interception. Let's freaking go. Oh man, such a frustrating way for that to go. Because the throw was there. There was a plenty of space. The throw just was not where it needed to be, and unfortunately, Malik Heath just unable to keep his left foot in bounds. All right, we're back from commercial break here. .458. Eagles take over on downs here. Ball at the 41 of Green Bay. Hurts in the pistol, 3 receivers to the left. Hand off to Saquon, and he's good for about 5 yards. Clock continues to roll under 5 minutes. So Green Bay actually used a timeout, stopping the clock at 4:53. Second and 5, ball at the 36. Another handoff. Saquon getting about maybe a yard on the play. And there is a personal foul, and the Packers have just losing their cool, and that is going to be a dumb, massive mistake. It was not a massive. He didn't drive him to the ground or anything like that, but just Slayton, just letting his frustration out. Saying on the sidelines, "We playing football," which is true. It's a physical sport. In my opinion, it's playoff football. You should be letting some things ride a little bit. .75 yards of penalties, 3 turnovers, a missed field goal, some bad special teams play, and an offense that did not score a single point in the first half. You're not going to win games. You're not going to win most games playing like that. Simple as that. So after the personal foul, first and 10, ball at the 20. Hand off to Saquon, and he goes down right at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark in on the tackle. And the Packers look like they're going to use their second timeout of the game. Sorry, of the second half. 2nd and 10. Single receiver to the right. Jalen in the pistol. Another handoff to Saquon. Trying to bounce it out, but cuts it back in for a gain of about 2. And the Packers likely going to hold on to their final timeout here. We got Quay Walker, who is going to be unable to get off the field. So 3rd and 8 coming up. Packers defense in a little bit of a disarray. They barely got lined up, and it's going to be a run. Saquon getting it across the 15 down to the 14. I mean, if I'm Philly, I go for it. Worst comes to worst, you give the Packers the ball inside their own 20, but you're still up by 2 possessions. Positive is you get a first down, and you probably close out the game here. Quay Walker stayed in there, and now he is unable to move. I mean, you could tell right away he was just, he stepped on Evan Williams' ankle, and his knee just kind of twisted a little bit there. Maybe we need to get you a new jersey. Can't wear Jones on game days next season. I mean, we won plenty of games with this jersey on. But yeah. So Philly going to settle for a field goal here to try to push this to a 12-point lead. This one from 32. Jake has made from 30, 31, and now will attempt from 32. And the Eagles take this one all the way down to 3:14 before, I'm assuming, using a timeout here. And Elliott's kick is up, and it is good, and the Eagles take a 12-point lead. (22-10) over the Packers. Oh, and they're rehashing this from 1960. I don't need to see this, man. It is the only playoff loss Vince Lombardi ever had as a head coach. As a head coach for the Packers, at the very least, he was 9-1, I believe, and his only loss was against the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960. That was an NFL championship. All right, we got 3:12 left in the game. Packers down by 12. Jordan Love has not thrown in a touchdown in this game yet. Still time for the first. 5 receiver set. Pressure, and Jordan going to be sacked for a loss, and there's a offensive lineman for the Packers holding his right calf, right ankle. That is Josh Myers. Oh, and his teammate, the man replacing Elton Jenkins, Telford, just falls right on that left leg. Unfortunately for Josh Myers, this is the final year of his rookie contract, and I just hope it's not a serious injury. I know he's very heavily criticized by Packer fans, especially being a second-round draft pick. You had higher hopes for the way Josh would play. He hasn't really met those expectations of a early day 2. But I mean, the guy has been relatively consistent. Don't get me wrong, he's had some really bad stretches, but for the most part, he's been a solid center. He's not the worst center in the NFL by any means, but he's definitely not one of the best. He's kind of a middle of the road. For the most part, he's going to be consistent for a starter. And sometimes, once again, if he was a 4th or 5th round pick, I think the opinion of him would be dramatically different. I think everybody would be like, all right, hey, we got a 4-year starter at center, but the fact that he was drafted in the 2nd round, people expect, Jason Kelce. So hopefully Josh is okay. Hopefully he, even if he can't finish this game, hopefully he's healthy for next season, whether he comes back on a cheap 1-year deal for the Packers or signs somewhere else. Hopefully he's healthy enough to compete, and I hope wherever he goes, man, I hope he finds success. 4 years in Green Bay, basically the starter for the majority of them. He's rarely missed time due to injury. Yeah, man, this game has been absolutely brutal for the Packers, man. The amount of injuries. Romeo Doubs left the game. Jaden Reed left the game. Elton Jenkins left the game. Now Josh Myers most likely will not finish this game as he is being carted off the field. His leg is in a cast. Jesus, man. So they're going to move their starting right guard to center here. And we're going to go Jordan looking, throwing it deep down the field. There's a flag already in the back end. It's a catch by Malik Heath, but this will likely be a holding penalty. And that is on Sean Ryan, the starting guard, who is now starting at center. 8 penalties, 85 yards. Second and 23, 3. Oh, and it's a fumble. Jordan able to pick it up and throw it, but it's going to be a minimal gain of like 3, and then on top of that, there's a flag. Jordan slow to get up, took a hit. He's so a bad snap, or at least a low snap by Sean Ryan. Jordan kind of trying to loosen up that throwing arm. So the pass was actually incomplete. It hit the ground, and the penalty was just declined by Philly. So 3rd and 23 coming up. Okay, they reviewed it, and it's been complete. So, ball at the 21. Jordan looking, pressured. Just going to dump it underneath. Going to get it to Emmanuel Wilson, who's streaking down the left sideline and is going to pick up a massive, massive chunk of yardage, and that's a first down for the Packers. And unfortunately, the offensive line, it seems like they are just falling apart. Obviously, they're missing 2 starters that actually started in this game. Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, both are done for the day. And the Packers just trying to do everything they can to try to get something going here before the 2-minute warning. Throw over the middle. Bo Melton catches it. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning. Packers have 1 timeout left. And we got the ball at the Philly 40. All right, man. So we're going to be heading back into this game here in just a second. But man, it has been it's been a tough one to watch. Obviously, the Packers just did not play well offensively. The defense, I think, held up for the most part. I mean, even then, they've only given up 12 points in the second half. But unfortunately, it's the way that the Packers are losing. Just a lot of injuries. Like I said, Romeo, Jaden, Christian Watson, even before the game. losing 2 of your starting offensive linemen. I'm not sure what's going on with Jacobs. He hasn't been in the game since he injured that ankle on the last drive. Jordan moving the pocket, throwing across his body, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone. I think he probably could have called something on Bauman there. But I mean, the pass was not where it should have been. It was underthrown for sure. I think that was intentional. Jordan has the arm to make it all the way, but I think he was just trying to, one, give his guy a chance to come back for it, and on top of that, maybe get a call. But just not the case. The Packers can only stop the clock once, under 2 minutes. Philly looks like they're gonna be running their offense here, even though I'm pretty sure they could just take 3 kneel downs and that would basically be the end of it. And Saquon getting about 3 yards on the run to the left. Clock is under 1:40. And that gives Saquon Barkley just enough to get 102 on the dot. Jalen Hurts in the pistol. Single receiver on the right. Snap, handoff. Saquon breaking a big one, and that's it. Across the 40 down to the 42. And after that, that's all she wrote, man. I got to give it to Saquon. He literally could have broken that one out for a touchdown. There is nobody that was going to catch him. So, Saquon not wanting to basically unnecessarily just score a touchdown, extend this game. It's going to end like that. And the final kneel down, and the Eagles have won at home, taking down the Packers 10-22. In the Packers season that started out with a loss to these Philadelphia Eagles on the road, but in Brazil. And unfortunately, their season will end to a Philly loss here on the road as well. So, tough one. Jordan Love's final stat line, 20 for 33, 212, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, sacked twice. Josh Jacobs, 18 for 81. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to finalize a few things here. Jordan finishes with 2 for 10 on the ground. Jaden Reed 4 for 46 before leaving the game with an injury. Josh Jacobs 3 for 40. Dontavian Wicks 2 for 39. Kraft 5 for 26. Emmanuel Wilson 2 for 23 there at the end to give them a first down and a chance. And Romeo Doubs just 2 for 13 before leaving with a concussion relatively early in this game. The Packers fumbled the ball 3 times. Sean Ryan, Jacobs, theirs were recovered. And then Keyshawn unfortunately fumbled on the opening kickoff. that gave Philly the chance to basically, I think, was their only touchdown of the game. Is that right? Oh, no, sorry. No, I forgot they scored the touchdown. They just missed the extra point. Let me see here. Quay Walker finishes with 8 tackles. Isaiah McDuffie, half a sack, along with Kobe Wooden. And Rashawn Gary with a solo sack. Jalen Hurts, 13 for 21, 131 through the air, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, sacked twice. Saquon, 25 for 19. Could have had a lot more, but chose to slide and then just end the game. Devonta Smith, 4 for 55. Dallas Goedert, 4 for 47. Jahan Dotson caught his only pass for a touchdown there to open up the scoring. And A.J. Brown, outside of reading a couple pages in his book, caught 1 pass for 10 yards. Reed Blankenship led both teams with 11 tackles total. Nolan Smith with 4 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 tackles for a loss. Bauman got an interception. And Darius Slay got an interception down the right sidelines. And Quinton Mitchell, the rookie, was able to pick off Jordan Love to basically end any hope the Packers had of scoring something to make this a close game. So, all right, the next game starts in 8 minutes. Disappointing, just massively disappointing. The Packers, they won 2 more games than they did last year. Fortunately, did not go any further. Did not go just as far in the playoffs. Disappointing. I was hoping they would get at least another crack at the Detroit Lions, but the offense just couldn't get anything going. No points in the first half, and then just couldn't get much going in the second either. So injuries definitely played a part, but that's not an excuse at this point. I mean, you look at the Detroit Lions, man. Half of their defense is not even playing anymore. Their number 1 defender arguably was on pace for Defensive Player of the Year. He broke his leg, almost 3 months ago at this point. And they're still, rocking and rolling. Same thing with the Chiefs. They're missing a bunch of guys on offense. Their top 2 receivers to start out the year. They were without their number 1 running back for a while. Like, everybody deals with injuries. The Packers were struggling before those injuries happened. And it's just a disappointing way to end the season. But this team is still the youngest in the NFL. That's 2 consecutive years. Jordan Love played great at times. Didn't have the big moments like he did in his first year, at least not as consistently. But he was dealing with leg injury for, I would say, at least half the year. And even then, when he was throwing those picks, when he came back from injury, he was throwing touchdowns at an equal rate. And then basically before this game, he had 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the final 7 games. So he was careful with the ball. He was still creating big plays. Just the Packers offense just not consistent enough. And you saw it throughout the season. There were times, especially in the first half, they were just not able to move the ball. And, it kind of came back to bite them here against a really, really solid Philly team who did not play their best game, but did enough to win by 2 possessions. So that is going to be it for me. I'll talk more about this game probably a little bit during the Tampa game, but I just kind of want to get that game set up. It's going to start here in about 5 minutes. So thank you for David Stegosaurus for popping in, Dahlia for popping in, staying here basically the entire game. I guarantee it was not a fun watch. So thank you so much to you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys in a few minutes here for the final game on Sunday here. So yeah, go Pack go, regardless whether the season ends or it keeps it going. Packer fan till we die, and there's always next season, and we get the draft to go. It's gonna be in Green Bay. you bet I'm going to create some videos for that. And hopefully we can pick up some great players to help push us to the end. So thank you so much, guys. My name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Catch you later.